let's hold off on taking a vote on that particular item until we get to the summer festival to make sure we're looking at the same pot of money at the same time.
Right, because there's $50,000 in the pot. Is that
Right,
for this
we
year?
have $50,000 out, or $40,000.
40,000 for this year, 50 for next year.
For this year's summer festival.
Okay.
Okay. So in addition to the banners, we got an estimate for flowers to go into the hanging flower pots. That cost was $23,600. That's for the planter liner and the actual flowers and the maintenance of them.
How much is it?
$23,600.
So the maintenance, can you define what the maintenance is?
Just basically watering and trimming them when necessary.
And from what period?
May through September probably, just during the summer season. And if we decide that we want to get maybe a fall or winter plant, then that would be an additional cost.
Okay, so we're looking at $49,000.
The 23,600 for
23 plus
the,
the 26?
and the 26
Right.
for the band.
Okay.
And remember now, these are just suggestions
This is
on
a
ways that we
suggestion.
can reallocate. I'm not proposing that we do all of these projects from the 67,000. These are just suggestions, and the commissioners can make a decision as to which particular item they want to do.
From that
Okay.
67,000, does that preclude money for the summer festival, or is that a separate bucket?
Well, there's 40,000 only in the summer bucket for the festival.
But that's separate from
That's
what
from
we're
that
talking
67,
about.
yes.
Oh, it is from the 67?
No,
No, no.
40,000 has
40,000
already been
is
allocated.
separate.
It's
Okay.
standalone.
talking from
There's distinct.
We're
Right.
talking about the money that was left over
Got
from
it.
the security when we bid the security job.
Right.
And a portion, the alderman wants the commissioners to decide if they would allow a portion of it to additionally be added to the 40,000.
Oh, okay, so in addition to the 40,
Correct.
right,
more.
incremental to that.
Oh,
To
okay.
come from this $67,000.
Okay, so that's why I need to seek that clarification.
Right, that's why
Right.
Mr. Small is adding it up.
Yeah, so
Right.
now,
You can figure out what is being subtracted at
Because
this
if you
point.
remember at the last meeting, the commissioner said, the alderman, I apologize, said that before we decide how much we were going to allocate for the summer festival, let's look at additional projects and see
And their
where the
costs.
money and their costs.
so based
So-
on your estimates right now, it sounds like we have like 17,000 left. Because the planners and the banners are roughly 25, 25, 50.
If we decide to do it.
If we decide,
Correct.
there's about 17 left.
And
Right.
And then, in addition to that, we also,
17 is just a guesstimate.
in addition to that, we also got an estimate on providing additional trash receptacles, 18 in total, and that amount was $23,850. That's 8 trash receptacles, and if you break it down, it comes out to about $11.50 each plus $262,
23.8 cents
$23,850.
for the trash receptacle.
it was looked at that half of
For
this could be
18.
done this year and half of it could be done next year for the
I was
trash
gonna say,
receptacle.
it should be done at the same
Yeah.
time, no.
You can
half
split
and
that.
half.
But half, it's only covering half the quarter, so we can do half this year.
And notice we don't have a discussion on the agenda for the summer festival.
Well, that's all included in my proposed project.
Oh, okay.
Because you have an RFP that you have to review.
Right.
You have an outline, here, it says right here.
Okay.
There, only 2 people submitted.
So, I know she had to leave.
Oh,
You guys, are you guys still
Go ahead,
voting?
well, I'm taking it now, so I'm not like.
Okay. Do you have to vote on anything else?
Okay,
How much
so,
time, how much time do we have with you?
As little as possible.
Color her gone.
Just vote on whatever you need to vote on.
well, for the record, the trash receptacles would be $13.25 each, and that would be the cost to make them and the installation, $13.25 each. And I have a budget,
1,300.
yeah, $1,325.
Okay.
Okay, before we vote, in terms of the summer festival, is the $40,000 we have allocated enough to handle?
No,
Okay.
no.
Approximately, how much more money do you think we're going to need in order to do the festival well?
About $70,000.
In total.
40 out of the last
festival last year was, I'm not certain,
Like,
What was
but the
there?
year before it was 128.
I
The
don't
year
have
before
it.
that, it was 108.
But I know 40.
Yeah.
What did you say, Cam?
She said 40 is not enough.
Right, do you have any idea of what?
I'd say about 70 is probably close, 70, 75.
So we're looking at taking $30,000 approximately out of the $67,000. And then the rest of the money we can use for
Wait.
either banners, flowers, trucks.
No, you're not clear. She's gonna need an additional $70,000. She has
Oh, not
40.
70 in total.
No.
No, that's
You-
not what she said.
Oh, what are you saying?
I think it's 70, 75 would be good. But let me
Total?
get- let me
In
get-
total?
Let me get somebody on the phone, okay? Hold on.
Because we have the event planner and the
So she said an additional like 37,000. The event planner proposals.
right, because the event planner proposals total, artworks is $10,000 for his services only. And this other group called Organized You Now is between $35 and $75 an hour. And there is no set amount. So it would be based on the hours that it's gonna take. Please note that we have to have our security, litter abatement, we have to do a site plan.
Performance fee.
Oh, what?
Performance fee.
Yeah, the performance fee usually runs between $45,000 and $65,000 based on the performers, unless we're getting area local performers and having people gratis.
And that's where.
And if they come from out of town, we have to pay for overnight.
The room, board, meals, transportation.
Meals.
Set up, stage.
All of that.
Okay, so if you all don't mind, is everyone clear on the dollar amount for the 3 additional proposed items? The banners, the trash receptacles, and the flowers. Is everyone clear on the dollar
26,
amount?
23, and 23.
Sorry, the alderman said that the amount that was supposed to be allocated for the summer festival was decided at the last meeting and should be reflected in the minutes.
What is?
We didn't make a decision on that. She said before we decided how much.
She wanted to see, she wanted to have
wanted
a
to take a-
brainstorming session and look at
Right.
what other things could be done with the carryover.
They got it in there.
And the brainstorming never took place.
I thought one of the,
There's nothing in the minutes about the,
Just a brainstorming.
Somebody put them in there.
Scheduled for the festival.
For the brainstorming session, yes. We couldn't get enough people in attendance, so we canceled it, and the alderman never gave us another date.
That's what we were saying. Yeah, 30 of it would be good.
30 additional,
so then
30
we're talking
additional,
about
if
summer
it-
putting
so total 70.
Correct.
okay.
Well, that's something else that we will probably need to discuss. We do need to discuss.
Discuss what?
You mean the additional?
Well,
But we can't
she's
go
looking
ahead,
at taking out 67.
we can go ahead and take $30,000 out of the 67.
And then, are we giving up the planners, the banners?
We're gonna give up anything.
Or the rest of it?
We decide that in a minute. But what we can do is to take $30,000 of the 67, allocate it for the summer festival, and deal with the rest in a couple of minutes. Excuse me?
And do we have to have a certain number of planters equal to 23,600?
I'm sorry, what was that, Kim?
Planters, how many planters would be 23,600?
The whole quarter with the new tree
There's 2 per light post. I think it was a total of 96. It was
You said we could
23
pay
light
half of the
posts.
money, half of it now and half later?
No, that's only, I was talking about the trash cans for half
Oh, I'm
now,
sorry, okay.
and the,
Okay.
Well, could you do every other pole as opposed to every pole, so it wouldn't be 90?
You said the poles, every other pole for the plants?
For the planters? So you don't have to necessarily abandon either project, just maybe change the number of planters, decrease the number of planters, maybe decrease the number of banners or the number of trash receptacles. If you want to do all the programs, you can do it, just lower the number.
Okay,
That's just a suggestion, I'm just saying.
and that's why we said with the banners, we would lower the number of the banners. We can do just half and half. We'll only get the banners. We may not get them on, if we put the planters on the streetscape side, we probably won't get the new banners that we need. But we can then only do the repair. We'll do the damaged banners. We'll take those down and replace the ones that are there. So we'll have new banners going from Jeffrey to Kimbar in the areas that they're torn in.
And what's that total
Just,
cost?
and we'll have to get, what is it, $1,300 a banner?
It's $145 per banner.
You say $145?
Per banner.
Per banner, and then we would cover from Jeffrey to Kimbar.
How many, approximately how many?
It's about 180 banners throughout the entire district.
And we would only be doing half the block.
And now she's saying.
And then we would leave streetscapes banners from Jeffrey going back to South Shore. We wouldn't do banners, but we'd do the planters.
Are these the 8-foot banners?
Right, we wouldn't do the 8-foot banners, because you wouldn't have the money if you're gonna give up the $30,000.
So can we, Commissioner Small, Commissioner Diane,
Yeah.
and Mark, should we prioritize these at all, or, and that way you can figure out how to reallocate what's in the budget? You know, are the planners more important than the banners? Are they equal?
Oh, I see. What the priority is?
Yeah.
And please look at the fact that your next drop will be where your other money comes. Remember, the money
That
comes
could
in,
be in sections.
it'll be like last time,
That could
we
be
ended
weird.
up not getting the money until August.
So
And
the
we have,
levy, you said was, the next one is when?
July,
Close to the end of July.
right, like we did, we always get it at end, in the beginning or the middle of July.
And in August?
August,
It's-
yeah.
It stops in August. That's how, remember how we had to pay for it the last time we got a lump sum in August. But we don't get any more money then, because that carries you to October.
You mean
October.
October.
From July
From
to
July,
October.
whatever.
And then October's money covers you until March.
So how much are we working with right now? The total is what? 191,000.
191,000, you pay out 29,000 a month. So if you look at 29,000 a month without any more drops between now and July, this is, it's 3 months, that's 29,000.
You
Which
said
covers?
it was 67,000 was, from what?
67,000 comes from the security line item.
But see, that's divided over the year, it's not divided, when we do the budget, it's divided over a year, so that would have been the money that we would have paid out over a year. That's because we get our money based in sequences. So right now, we only have this 190, what is it, 91? 191, and that's as of March. That doesn't count the April bills, which is $29,000. Then May, June, July, 29 each. That's just for your technical operating expenses, for your security, your litter abatement,
And the service provider.
and service provider.
But that was just standard.
So,
Those are standard bills.
just to clarify, then the commissioners are voting on receptacles, planters, banners, and the summer festival.
Right.
Yes.
Money allocation, that's what they're doing right now.
Mhm.
Yes.
But they need to know how the money drops in order to be able to spend it. Because if it's not there, you don't have it, and you don't have a line of credit to get it from.
A question, I was really excited, about the beautification and the new banners, receptacles and plants. And I'm very excited about the summer festival. Is it possible to ask our vendors to